First order of the day, the caretaker president rolling up his sleeves. 76 houses built by volunteers. The beneficiaries, child-headed households, people living with disabilities and pensioners.
I'm happy because when you live in a shack, you are always worried and you are at the mercy of the weather. When it rains, you panic about your shack being swept away.
Then off to the stadium for official proceedings. The overriding theme today, the plight of young people. Unemployment is probably the most single critical challenge that South Africa is facing. And to help combat this, Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa emphasized that today's youth have to be at the forefront of a radical economic transformation. Young people account for almost 70% of the unemployed, making them vulnerable to crime and substance abuse.
If we can effectively address youth unemployment, not only will we lift millions of South Africans out of poverty, but we will also be able to place our country on a trajectory of sustainable and inclusive growth.
Ramaphosa noted progress, such as more students, opportunities created by public works programs, and more money for entrepreneurs and bursaries. But he decried the low level of skills among young people.
It is true that we do need to do much more than what we have done. We need sharper focus, better implementation, and act with greater urgency.
He said the National Youth Development Agency and government will cooperate, and an appeal to the private and public sectors to prioritize youth service. Yulison Jamela, SABC News, Galeshewe, Kimberley.
Remembering and celebrating the class of 76. But almost 4 decades on, many remain disillusioned. Dumisani Mkontwana dreams of owning his own fast food outlet. Limited prospects forced him to create a livelihood for himself. He studies part-time and has managed to start a fast food vending business.
So in 5 years' time, I'd like to see myself as a successful man and uplifting young kids as well, teaching them self-reliance. You understand, like we can't always depend on the government for small things. We need to uplift ourselves as people.
Mkontwana hopes his story will motivate others. Unemployment and poverty remains national challenges, but there are pockets of excellence, young people seizing and creating opportunities.
The youth needs to take cognizance of the sacrifices made by the 1976 generation. We shouldn't let that sacrifice be in vain. They fought so that we can have opportunities today. Let us make use of those opportunities.
Let's embrace our freedom, and take opportunity and build on it, and let's just make South Africa a better country.
This is our time to strive, to go out there and make our mark. I mean, I know there'll be hiccups along the way. Anything doesn't come easy in life. But this is a revolutionary spirit for us young people. Just to go out there and then
a sentiment endorsed by the National Youth Development Agency.
Young South Africans are taking the opportunities that come with 20 years of democracy. We are a country on the move, and young South Africans are the movers and shakers of today.
It's a determination displayed by Mkontwana, even more significant in a province dependent on social grants, and where few escape the scourge of alcohol and drug abuse. Julian Play, SABC News, Kimberley.